Hello everybody, this is the Starving Martian, and today we're going to be taking a look at Blastface from the Congo the movie toy line. Now we've already taken a look at one figure from this toy line a while back, Amy the Gorilla. If you missed that, just click on my name. You'll find a playlist entitled Apes of Wrath, and she'll be under there. But today we're looking at Blastface, one of the mutant apes. Now, as I mentioned in the Amy review, if you only know Congo from the movie, I highly recommend you go back and read the original novel because it is like 40 times better than the movie. I actually just recently rewatched most of the movie. I found myself like halfway through, like skipping scenes to get to the good parts. It doesn't hold up very well. But Congo very much wanted to be the next Jurassic Park. It's based on a book written by the same gentleman, Michael Crichton. And obviously, the studio is saying, well, dinosaurs are big now. What else has he got that we can make money off of? And they found a book involving killer apes, and they said, yeah, let's do that one. Um, so, so yeah, there's a lot of marketing behind it, but obviously, just as the movie had a lower budget, so did the action figures. This is put out by Kenner, again, the same people who did the Jurassic Park figures. And you could tell that the quality has dropped a bit in between the two films. But anyway, they're still kind of fun, and I'm glad to have them. And we'll take a look here. Now, this guy, as you can see, is still in his packaging. I got him on card for about $7 or $8 with shipping included. And most of these guys are pretty dirt cheap. I am, of course, a collector on a budget, and so this is why I like to seek out things that I could, you know, decorate my shelves with without, taking food out of my children's mouths. And one of the points of my whole channel here is to show you how to do the same. So, yeah, eBay, Amazon, any place like that, you can pick these guys up for a song. In fact, if you had found this guy when he was still in the stores, you can see that the original price was indeed $7.99, the price I paid, and they were eventually marked down to 3 for $5, which actually seems pretty fair. You'll see here the name says Blastface, Mutant Fury with vicious fangs. Now I point this out because this is actually printed right on board, which you would expect, right? Now, the reason I mention that is because there's another YouTube reviewer who does a lot of vintage toy reviews. He goes by the title Not Included, which I assume is a reference to batteries. He does some really, really nice work, and I highly recommend you guys check him out. I will put one of his Congo videos in my liked videos to help you if you want to take a look. But his blast face, which he got, has a sticker over the name, and the sticker says blast face. But when you peel it off, you'll see that his original name was supposed to be Skinhead, and for whatever reason they changed their name and put a sticker that said blast face over it. I don't know if they were, concerned about angering the skinhead community. If they had like a large group of I don't know, neo-Nazi fans for the movie that they were afraid of offending. But yeah, his backer board actually says skinhead. So I just wanted to show that they don't all say that. This must have come out a little bit later, and they're printing it on the board by then. So very briefly, because we took a look at this with Amy, here's the back of the package. Just shows you the rest of the figures in the line. Doesn't give you any info about blast face here in the corner. We can see that the eyes and teeth glow in the dark, a feature which I do not doubt it still works, but we will not be checking that out today because I don't feel like holding it up in front of the light bulb and waiting until nightfall so the light doesn't creep in through my window and yada yada yada. So let's open this guy up and take a look at him. Oh, there we go. Oh no, I have ruined the collector value. It is no longer worth $8. There we are. Alright, so here we have Blastface. And right out of the package, I'm having a hard time getting this guy to stand. There we go. We put one arm all the way back like that. He helps him with his balance. It looks ridiculous. I'm sure there's better ways to do this. There we go. And he's not a bad looking little killer ape there. I do very much like his face. Here's where he gets the name Blastface from. He's taken a shotgun shell or something to the eye there. In fact, when I was watching the movie, there's actually one of the battle scenes towards the end where you do see one of the apes get shot in the side of the face and then scream and run off. And I was thinking, was that Blastface? Is that where they got the idea for this figure from? I don't know. It could be. Could very well be. Or it could be a massive coincidence. I wouldn't doubt that either. And now he doesn't want to stand. Alright, so his waist swivels. Nothing at the head. His arms go up and down. And he falls a lot. And that's really about it as far as posability goes. Come on, I had you standing a minute ago. Yeah, it's very fickle. Now, as far as size goes, slide you over a little bit, Blastface. This is him standing next to Amy from the same toy line. That looks about right. These killer gorillas were a bit taller than Amy. Here, the female gorilla would have been a little shorter anyway. Here he is rather standing next to a Jurassic Park figure. Now the humans in the toy line were largely taken directly from Jurassic Park molds, so this is a fairly accurate representation of what he would look like standing next to a human in the Congo toy line. Here he is next to Hannah Dundee from Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, just because we love her so very much. For another ape comparison, here he is next to Pericles from Planet of the Apes. There's a review of him also on the Apes of Wrath playlist. Alright, stand, don't you? Yeah, the biggest problem you have with this guy is just getting him to stay in a position. You might have to lean him on something, I don't know. So that's Blastface. Now, unfortunately, I do rather wish, even though his name is Blastface, that he didn't have the shot out eyeball, because there was a whole bunch of these apes in the movie, and they only made 3 of them for the toy line. There you go. Blastface, Mangler, and Bone Crusher, who was a deluxe. And so, you can't really do a lot of army building with this guy, because what's the chances that, like, half the apes would have the same eye blown out? Mangler is your better choice if you want to have a whole army of killer apes, but then they all kind of look the same. So it is a little bit unfortunate. This guy was eventually repainted in purple for whatever reason, and was part of a giveaway, a mail-away promotion, as a unnamed ape. So if you want to see what this guy looks like in purple, you could get one of those. They're even cheaper online than the carded ones sometimes. Now what I think I'm going to do with this guy, though, is not display him as part of an ape army, but rather as a part of a kaiju battle. Check this out. There we go. It's the Godzilla vs. King Kong movie that New Line never gave us back in the day. That's pretty awesome. So like I said, if you want one of these guys for your collection, they are really cheap. You can find them almost anywhere online. Hope you guys enjoyed this look at Blastface. We'll catch up with you later. Keep watching the skies, everyone.